Hey, what's up, friends? I'm back with another art vlog. I'm Tracy L. Turner, and today is going to be a little bit different. I I don't know what this is going to sound like. I'm probably just going to do minimal editing here. This is just a little bit more of a candid presentation because I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about rejection, specifically when your artwork gets rejected. So, if you've been following along, or if you haven't, I'm just give you some backstory to this topic. So, I'm no stranger to applying to things and getting rejected, but the latest one that I've applied to definitely hit home a little more than some of the other things that I've tried to get into. It was a portrait competition with the National Gallery in DC. I mean, I knew going into it there was probably a very big chance that I wasn't going to get in, but there's always still that little bit of hope, right? That hey, maybe I might make it to the next round. Hey, maybe I did submit something this time around that would be deemed good enough or important enough to present in this really big show. So I submitted the last self portrait I did, titled Self Portrait at 34, and it's probably the strongest work that I've done so far, in my opinion. And I think it did mark this turn that I'm seeing in my work lately. So I submitted that, and I just heard back yesterday that I didn't make it to the semifinal round of judging. And it stinks. It's a bit disappointing, but I'm okay. I'm like much better than I thought I would be. I mean, it's not like I had my hopes and dreams riding on this one submission, or that not getting into this show means that I should quit painting or portrait painting or whatever altogether. I know it doesn't mean any of that. But uh, I think for me, it did hold a certain significance because I love painting portraits and people and whatever. And I've been wanting kind of, I don't know, some sort of larger recognition about what I'm doing, what I'm sharing. Not to say that I'm working any harder than the next person. I mean, I probably could stand to work harder, but when, as an artist, and you're taking yourself seriously, and in your mind you're going through these all the right avenues, you're doing things right, um, you're staying sharp and educated, and working on your craft and caring about it and sharing it. I mean, I know that's what I'm doing. I know a lot of what I'm feeling is that, well, I'm doing what I should be doing. So when is that next thing going to come? When is that next level going to be reached? What does that look like? And I don't know. I'm trying to take these bigger risks by trying to put myself into these bigger spaces, into spaces where you can be, where your artwork could be a bit more elevated or presented to the world as such. So, and to keep getting rejected, it's, I don't know, it just kind of does some things. And to keep, sometimes to continue going feels a bit masochistic, but whatever. This is just kind of the name of the game, right? So I don't know. I'm kind of rambling, but I wanted to share that. and to offer encouragement to any of you who do tend to take these rejections personally or don't do well with them, or you're thinking that a succession of rejections means something about your work or you as an artist. I want to tell you that it doesn't mean any of that. And I'm saying this to you as much as I'm reminding myself that getting several no's all the time, or even just a little bit, or whatever, any type of no, doesn't really mean that you suck or that your work isn't valid or significant or whatever. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means you didn't get picked this time around, and that's that. And these competitions are set up in a way where most people are not going to move on, and it's just simple probability or whatever math term that is. So just roll with the punches, keep going. Don't use it as an excuse to stop. Or, I mean, if you want to stop, you don't need a competition to tell you that you should. You know what I mean? It's just you could just stop. But uh, if you are in a tough patch where a rejection is just has a little more weight to it than maybe it normally would, just I want to remind you that it to just stay encouraged and to keep going. And if you still care about what you're doing, you still like what you're doing, then keep doing it. Art is just one of those things, or anything creative really, when you're trying to make it a business, or if you're just or if you're not really trying to make it a business, you're just sharing it, and you're just wanting the world you're wanting your shit to affect people in the world. um it's sorry, I'm trying to get all my thoughts together. But if you're on that path, you're a serious creative, these rejections are part of it, and they really don't mean anything. It doesn't mean you should stop. You just got to keep going. People are waiting for the work that you're doing, and that audience is out there. It's just a matter of finding those components that you need to put in place to get your shit in front of as many people as possible. Because by doing that, then that's when you will start to cultivate that crowd. That's when these people, or the right people, will have the highest chance to see what you're doing and share it and start to just create that swell that you're looking for. And especially if you're doing things um, in a way where it's just going to take a little longer. And I mean, I don't know what the fast track is really. I don't know, being born into money, or being well connected, or having a type of personality where you can package up your stuff in a way that or is appealing to a great amount of people. I really don't know what the fast route is. If I knew it, I probably would take it, because the slow shit ain't the business. All right. So, um, but all that aside, um, just yeah, I think it's always worth it to keep trying, to keep giving yourself that chance, put yourself on, if that makes sense, and stay open and keep trying new things. Don't rely on these competitions to carry you in your career, or whatever these little one-off features could be. They can help if these places share your shit, but it's just so it's the way that them shits are set up. It's just it's not a good thing to rely on, and because of that, it's not a good idea to make it mean so much if you don't move on or get in or whatever. Um, there are always so many other ways, better ways, cheaper ways to get your work out there and to continue to grow as an artist and or entrepreneur or whatever you're out there doing. So yeah, forgive this quite rambly video. It's just I felt compelled to share my experience with this recent rejection and and sharing my surprise in that I'm not as devastated as I expected to be. So so yeah, rejection is just part of the game. This is what we've signed up for. It's better to just prepare yourself for that than to absorb those hits in a way that is self harming. So just fuck them. That's as plainly as I can put it. Fuck them. Keep going. Keep growing. Keep sharing. And yeah, there will always be different type of victories along the way, and and it still matters and it still counts. And shit, if nothing else, these rejections could be used as a way to maybe motivate yourself to try that thing you've always been thinking about in the back of your mind, or maybe to retreat, but not retreat in a way where it's quitting, but retreating in a way to where it's like, all right, I'm gonna study a little more, or I'm going to brainstorm some shit and then come back with with something else. And not necessarily to get in a competition, but just because that's just what you want to do in your story as a creative. So I think that's going to be the route that I'm taking. I think, though, I am slowly kind of stepping out of this slump and pivoting a little bit. I do think there's a piece of me that's still incubating. So I think I'm going to take this time, especially since it's kind of the year is winding down. I'm going to take this time to kind of slip back into the lab and go back to basics and just do some painting exercises, and then just for fun and just to be a little more cerebral about the work. I think I'll probably do that, and then come next year, I'll be just a little more a little more mentally prepared to be sharing more soulful kind of shit, and yeah, be ready to get beat up all over again. So anyway, all that to say, fuck them. Still do what you want to do. And if you need any sort of encouragement or an extra eye or whatever it is you're doing, I am always down. Send me some shit. You can send me a message or let me know in the comments or whatever. I just hope that wherever you are in your creative journey, your creative story, that you will keep doing it. And don't write that last chapter. It's if you're not ready, at least it's don't end prematurely. And yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And oh yeah, uh, by the time I post this tomorrow, I believe will be Thanksgiving. So if you are doing anything for Thanksgiving, I wish you well, you and whoever you choose to spend it with. Normally, I'll spend it on my own, to be honest. But this year, I got invited to a couple of houses, so I think I'll enter the world this holiday, and yeah, and just surround myself with other people's loved ones and chill and eat and be silly or whatever. It's I mean, why not? Why not? This would be as good a time as any to do it, to keep my spirits lifted and not drift into the darkness of, oh, I didn't make it into this fucking competition and I suck or whatever. All shit I know that isn't true. I know my work isn't shitty. So, or at least I know I can present my work as if it is not shitty. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. So, anyway, have a great holiday. Enjoy the rest of your week. If you stayed to the end of this video, thank you. If you're struggling creatively or got rejected or want to talk about any of that, let me know down below. We can continue this conversation. I don't even care. I'm gonna need as much encouragement as you might. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Come back soon. Bye.